2026, if you have an app idea, it is very easy to go from an idea to a fully working application using AI coding agents like Cloud Opus 4.5 or GPT 5.2. In this video, I'll show you how to build an iOS calculator similar to the one you find on iPhone using the AI coding agent in Bitrig. The calculator app has 4 main functions or modes: basic, scientific, math nodes, and convert. I have already drafted a prompt to build the calculator, so we are going to use the prompt to build each of the modes: basic, scientific, math nodes, and convert. Also, in the leading section of the toolbar, we have past activities, that is past calculations and operations. So we are going to specify that also in the prompt. Using the AI coding agent in Bitrig, let's see if we can build this calculator app for iOS. I have already added this prompt to build a functional calculator app for iOS that has 4 main functions, the same as the original iOS calculator on my iPhone. We specify all the modes we want to have. In the toolbar, we want to have 2 buttons. In the trailing section, we want to have this icon. Bitrig works seamlessly with SF symbols. So over here, we don't need to specify this SF symbol. If you don't specify that, it will choose the best symbol for your application. However, for this one, I just wanted to be specific. So in the trailing section of the toolbar, we want to have a timer symbol for past calculations and operations. Next, in the leading section, we want to have another SF symbol, that is a function symbol, for cycling through the different modes of the calculator. So for the button on the leading section, we also made it specific to have the function button. If you want to use a particular SF symbol, you need to launch the SF symbol app. In the All category, you can pick any symbol you want. To copy the name of a symbol, you should first select it and press Shift, Command, and C to copy the name. Since we want to build a calculator app, we need to go through the categories and select the option Math. So we can use any of these symbols. If I put function, so this is the symbol name I specified in my prompt. The other one is also timer. That is this one, timer.circle. So let's go back to the prompt again. One great thing about working with Bitrig is that it works with latest Apple technologies and SwiftUI updates. Over here, you have noticed I specified that we want to style the components with liquid glass effect. This may not be possible for state-of-the-art models like Cloud Opus 4.5 or GPT 5.2 if you use them in Cursor, because liquid glass is a very new Apple technology. However, in Bitrig, it works perfectly. Also, I stated over here, when the keyboard is in focus, we want to tap anywhere on the screen to get it dismissed. I will now launch the Bitrig app on my phone and start working. I'll tap the pencil icon on the top right to create a new project. I will expand the compose area and paste the prompt. So that is the same prompt I showed you previously. I will send it and wait for a moment until everything is done. So it is going to think about the project and lay out some steps in order to build a complete app. In some cases, we may not need to change anything in the generated code. So when everything works out of the box, we don't need to change anything at all. I will also show you how to edit the code as well. So now everything is done. As you have seen here, we have a summary of what it did. So we have the basic calculator mode, math nodes, and convert mode. So by minimizing the sheet, we can access the calculator. As you can see, just in a few minutes, we have created a beautiful calculator using the AI coding agent in Bitrig. Let's see if everything works. So we are now in the basic calculator mode, and it seems like everything works perfectly. The timer button in the trailing toolbar is supposed to show past operations and calculations. That is exactly what we specified. You have noticed here, a minute ago, I calculated 32 divided by 6. Also, I requested 9 times 9. As specified in the prompt, on this screen, we wanted to have edit button and also clear all button. So over here, we can select edit. Once we do that, we have access to delete buttons. So we can delete any of these. That works really well. We can clear everything. Now, we don't have any history. I'll minimize the sheet. Let's also check the function mode. So these are all the modes we requested from the prompt. We have scientific. And now we can perform scientific operations like 5 times pi. There is also math nodes. With math nodes, we can solve expressions, create variables, and graph equations, similar to the math nodes feature in the original calculator app for iOS. Also, we have our currency converter, so we can convert from dollars to euros or switch them. There's also other currencies as well, and all our controls and UI elements use liquid glass. The button on this screen seems to have an issue, so we cannot do the conversion. So I'm going to take a screenshot and give it to the coding agent to fix it. I'll save it to my photos and go back to the Bitrig app. In the Bitrig app, we are going to enter a follow-up prompt. First, I'll add the image. Then I'll add a follow-up prompt and state that the currency conversion button doesn't work. So it should look at the image and fix it. So let's see if it will be able to identify the issue and make a modification for the fix. It has now stated it has seen the issue, so it has now solved it. Let's go and test it again. I'll tap the function button and select convert. So let's convert $5 to euros. So that works perfectly. I'll switch it and change it to other currency as well. If I go back to the past operation screen, you have noticed we have all the recent actions recorded here. We can edit and remove a particular instance, or we can clear everything from the history. With a very little effort, we have now built a fully working calculator app for iOS, having 4 modes, and a history screen for past operations. The SwiftUI code is also available in the Bitrig app. So to access the code and edit it, all you need to do is to go to the top right and tap the ellipsis icon. Then you choose the option View Code. So we can edit the code right here. Or if you like, you can just export it to iPad and do the edit because it has a larger screen. You can also share it on the Mac and edit it with Xcode. I'm not going to do any editing. I just wanted to show you where to find the code. In a later video, we will make some changes to this app and also add more functionalities. So this is all about building a very beautiful calculator app for iOS using Bitrig and its AI coding agent. By describing what we want, you have noticed we have been able to create a calculator app similar to the original calculator app we have on iPhone. From now, I'll be making videos similar to this one. So I encourage you to subscribe to the channel and like this video.